Listen, this is the do as I say, not as I do party. They're all about saying no one should have abortion. Well, except, of course, if the father needs one, then, well, we're willing to look the other way and we're willing to still fundraise for you. They say that they hate big government, except they love government telling you what you can or cannot do with your body. They hate socialism, but they're all of a sudden going to be asking the federal government for billions and billions of dollars to help rebuild Florida. They voted against rebuilding certain other states that were hit by hurricanes and storms, but now they want that for themselves. Everything the Republican Party is about is just do as I say, not as I do. Family values is just a slogan to them. It's branding. It doesn't mean anything. And we know that because the guy that they've lined up behind, the person that they've been willing to burn democracy down for, had an affair with a porn star while his wife was pregnant with their son.
Right.
That's family values in the Republican Party.
And I mean, the thing is, Anthea, I mean, as somebody who grew up in the church, it is fascinating to watch the way that the idolatry around Trump has grown up. I mean, literally at one of the CPACs, people fell down in front of a golden statue of Donald Trump without any sense of irony that this looks like something out of the Old Testament. The evangelical, particularly white evangelicals, are his base. They're also the QAnon base. And there is this rapid move toward turning MAGA into a religion. What do you make of that? Because to me, I don't think there is a single evangelical Georgia voter that's going to change their mind because Herschel Walker had, paid for an abortion. I don't think they care.
No, they don't care. And I need to tell you that they're not going to care and that they'll still vote for Herschel Walker because basically today there was a prayer warriors for Herschel Walker that met at a large Baptist church formerly pastored by Charles Stanley, and they prayed for him today, and they prayed against the enemy trying to get at him. So what you need to understand is this. I think I need to make this very clear. Morality has been a shield for the Republican Party and for evangelicals a very long time. Evangelicals don't believe in this morality for anybody else. We can think back to people like Ted Haggard and others, where forgiveness is always given for men. Women are put out to pasture. Women cannot be in the pulpit or anything else anymore. But if a man does something, it's okay. You can get prayer. You can repent and you can move on. That is their theological stance. They believe that it is okay for everything that they do, but it's not okay for everyone else to do it.
And well, if they're a Republican man, because look, they're going after Warnock, who's the pastor of Ebenezer Baptist. He's pastor of Dr. King's church in Atlanta. He's divorced, and they've gone after him. But let me play the ad that Reverend Warnock has been running about Herschel Walker. And this is actually before the whole latest scandal broke.
There's one issue where Herschel Walker actually has made his position clear.
Mr. Walker, do you support any exceptions to abortion bans?
Do I support any?
Yeah, any exceptions to abortion bans?
Not right now, I don't.
Walker's for banning abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, or to protect the mother's life. And Herschel Walker wants to go even further.
There's not a national ban on abortion right now, and I think that's a problem.
Should Herschel Walker really be representing Georgia?
So we know that this will not change the base vote against Walker. We know that he's locked in. He can get 46%. Somebody said Satan himself could get 46% if he ran as a Republican. No matter, right? But there are, just as a campaign matter, Kurt, since you've worked in this space, is this an issue because Roe is such a big deal to so many women and the idea of losing their bodily autonomy is so, the idea that this guy could and very much would vote for a national abortion ban. We know that's how we vote. Is that going to be enough to sway enough sort of middle-of-the-road voters who are not hardcore MAGA?
I actually think it is because we've seen in polling, recent polling, that the national ban on abortion incites people even more than the overturning of Roe v. Wade did. And this is typical Republicans. This is the overreaching that they always do. It's like they caught the dog that caught the car, but now they want to go even further. And what we saw this in Kansas, we saw it in Alaska, we saw it in New York. Every election that we've had since Roe was overturned, we've seen robust Democrat turnout, exceeding expectations, exceeding all the polling. And that tells us, that is a roadmap to tell us that what we can expect in November if we keep playing this playbook is more turnout, things that will not show up in the polls. The prognosticators won't be able to forecast it. And I think you're going to see a massive turnout surge because Republicans can't stop talking about wanting to take away women's rights in America.
Yeah. And it's